All right, let's dive right into this breathtaking vertical odyssey that connects a bustling, energetic capital city to the absolute serenity of tranquil, rolling hills. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to break down the definitive 3-day expedition across one of the most stunning natural landmarks in Europe. We're going to bridge the gap between the sweeping Austro-Hungarian architecture of downtown Zagreb and the rugged wilderness just a few miles away. And since to truly understand a place, you really need to know how to speak to it, we're putting a special focus today on mastering the correct local pronunciations of the regions we'll be traversing. This way, you're walking these paths as a fully informed traveler.
We're talking about leaving behind the noise, the concrete, and the rattling tram lines of the city for a fully immersive 3-day hike right up into the clouds. It's a journey of intense elevation and deep-rooted tradition, where you transition incredibly fast from elegant downtown streets to rugged limestone ridges and eventually wind your way down into peaceful rolling thermal hills. The physical shift in the environment is immediate, and honestly, it's pretty spectacular.
Here is our trail map for today's Explainer. First, the Guardian of Zagreb. Then we'll map out Day 1, Southern Ascent. Day 2, Zagorje Heartlands, and Day 3, Long Return. After that, we'll look at honoring the local vernacular and wrap up with why this trek matters.
Section 1. The Guardian of Zagreb, Lungs of a Capital City. Okay, so the absolute most crucial point before we even lace up our boots and hit the trail is getting the local name right, Medvednica, pronounced Medvednica. This is the majestic mountain we're about to conquer. The vernacular mandate here dictates we use local terminology, and taking the time to say Medvednica properly is your very first real step to connecting with the terrain and the people who actually call this mountain home.
64 kilometers. This staggering number represents the approximate total distance of our circular route, and make no mistake, this is a true test of physical and mental endurance. We're talking about 64 kilometers of steep inclines, burning calves, unpredictable mountain weather, and rocky descents. It's a vertical odyssey that will thoroughly test your limits over 3 days, but I promise you it will deeply reward your soul if you have the grit to push through.
This whole expedition builds progressively across 3 distinct days. We kick things off right in the urban center at Tuškanac, peak at the towering summit of Sljeme, descend into the healing thermal spas of Stubičke Toplice, and finally make that long, demanding return home back to Tuškanac. It's a perfectly designed loop that pushes you to the brink, heals you, and then challenges you one last time.
Section 2. Day 1. Southern Ascent. Into the beech and oak forests. You literally start right in the heart of the city, traversing Zagreb's famous green horseshoe. As the city noise slowly fades out behind you, replaced by the crunch of leaves and snapping branches, you reach the foothills at Gračansko Dolje. From there, the gradual elevation of the historic Lustig Trail guides you upward. Built way back in the late 19th century to help hikers navigate the incline, this brilliantly designed path winds you through dense, incredibly aromatic beech and oak forests. It is just a masterclass in natural trail engineering.
Our destination for the first day is the main peak. And let's practice this local vernacular together, okay? Sljeme, pronounced S-L-E-Me. This is the absolute crown jewel of Medvednica, and reaching it is a massive milestone in our trek.
Standing at this impressive altitude of 1,033 meters right on top of Sljeme, the temperature noticeably drops, and you're greeted by the iconic television tower. But more importantly, you're rewarded with these sweeping summit views. On a really clear day, the vistas stretch out so far that you can actually see deep into neighboring Slovenia. It is one of those moments of pure awe that makes the burning in your legs entirely worthwhile.
Come on, let's be honest. Half the reason anyone actually volunteers to hike up a mountain is for the food waiting at the top, right? Well, the ultimate sensory reward is waiting for you at mountain huts like Puntiarka. Imagine arriving tired, sweating, feeling the chill of the altitude, only to be met by the rich, warming smell of traditional Gračansko basicum. It's a hearty, deeply flavorful local bean soup packed with thick-cut sausage. It is literally the perfect comfort food to refuel your body after conquering that southern ascent.
Section 3. Day 2. Zagorje Heartlands, a study in contrasts.
This is where the terrain shifts dramatically. On day 1, we had those forgiving, gradual inclines of the southern slopes. But now we trade those in for the northern face, which is noticeably steeper, much wetter, and wonderfully secluded. The moss is thicker here, the canopy is darker, and you effectively leave all the casual weekend tourists far behind. It requires really careful footing and a profound respect for the rugged landscape.
A major highlight of day 2, and maybe the entire trip, is soaking your tired muscles in a legendary northern spa town,
Let's get the name right. Stubičke Toplice. Say it with me. Stubičke Toplice. This town has been famous for its medicinal thermal waters since the days of the Roman Empire. After a rejuvenating dip in those ancient mineral-rich pools to soothe joints battered by the steep descent, you turn west toward Kraljev, enjoying a really peaceful trek through the sprawling rural vineyards and orchards of the Hrvatsko Zagorje countryside.
Section 4, Day 3, Long Return, the final demanding leg.
Prepare yourself, because with heavy legs and pretty much depleted energy reserves, this route brutally pushes you back up the ridge. You'll pass right through the famously rocky Stone Gate area of the mountain. Along this grueling climb, you catch sight of the spectacular medieval fortress of Medvedgrad, perched on a hill overlooking Zagreb like a silent sentinel. It truly tests if you have the sheer physical and mental endurance for this final vertical challenge before your knees take an absolute pounding on the long, steep descent back into Tuškanac.
Section 5. Honoring the local vernacular. Speaking the landscape.
As we've emphasized throughout this explainer, to truly respect the land we just traversed, we must properly speak its names. When you pass through these smaller regions, sounding like a local goes a really long way in showing respect for the environment and its history. For the village areas in the north, you'll want to refer to them as Stubaki, pronounced Stubaki. And when you're navigating those lower slopes, it's Donja Podgora, pronounced Donja Podgora. Keeping these regional terms in mind ensures you sound like an informed traveler, deeply engaged with the culture, rather than just an observer passing through those beautiful northern vineyards.
Section 6. Why this trek matters. The ultimate transformation. So, beyond the grueling physical challenge of hiking 64 kilometers, why take this on? Because this route intimately connects the rich ecology, the staggering history, and the deep traditions of the entire region into one cohesive, unforgettable experience. It synthesizes nature and civilization, allowing you to walk directly from a modern European capital right up to ancient Roman thermal baths and medieval fortresses, all tied together by the rugged beauty of the forest.
Having conquered the guardian of Zagreb, Medvednica, and having learned to speak its true names, how will you look at the city skyline differently? The next time you gaze up from those rattling downtown streets toward those misty, soaring peaks, you aren't just going to see a mountain in the distance, you'll see a living, breathing journey waiting to be taken again. Thank you for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring.